We're back now with some job advice for job seekers. Our next guest says you can find the right job by thinking outside of the box. Career coach Amanda Goralski is here. Actually, you're a career and image consultant.
Yes.
That covers all the bases, right?
I know, right? That's a lot of stuff packed into a little title.
So what is a career image consultant and why should I hire one?
Sure. So I work with individuals, organizations, universities on polishing. So what that means are first impressions, personal branding, business etiquette, soft skills, first impressions, and also what's appropriate to wear in the office.
Okay, first impressions. I was on your website this weekend and you talk about first impressions. They can be made in an instant, but talk about what has to happen if you don't make a good impression. How many times you have to come back to make up for that bad first impression?
Sure, every single one of us has 7 seconds to impress someone, and that comes down to your attitude, your confidence, what you're wearing, and really how you present yourself. And if you don't maximize those 7 seconds and it comes off as a really well put together first impressions, it takes up to 21 interactions in order to undo that bad first impression. 21.
That is why you want to get it right the first time. And one of the things you talk about, I believe in this so much, is developing a personal brand. So people, when they think of you or me, they have a few words that come to mind right away. So talk about a personal brand. That's our first tip for you here. Develop a personal brand.
Sure, and personal branding is like a big buzzword that everyone throws around. Everyone's like, oh, I know what it means, sure. But really, honestly, most people don't understand what it means. And so how I like to tell people is like, if I meet you for the very first time and I walk away from you, what type of impression have I left in your mind that you're saying, wow, Amanda's so put together. She's very professional, very energetic, and very passionate about what she does. But the most important part about developing that personal brand is coming up with who do you want to be? How do you want to be known in that community? But the second thing, and the most important thing, is being consistent. You have to be that person every time you meet someone so that they always know, okay, every time I meet Amanda, she's the exact same person.
Right.
Instead of showing multiple personalities where people are left confused.
And it takes some work to get there. It's not something you can just tick off right away.
No, it's not developed overnight, but it's something that every single one of us should develop. I mean, yes, I know that I have my own company and my own brand and things like that, but anyone that works for an organization or anything should really have a handle on what that means.
All right, and you can also help people identify their weaknesses. You get them outside of their comfort zone, right?
Yes, that is one of the biggest challenges that I have, and probably one of the most fun things that I get to do is really help people pick out, okay, what are your weaknesses? What are holding you back? Because so many times people like to make excuses. Well, the economy's bad, or, you know, this situation happened, and that's why I've been passed up for a promotion or something like that. But realistically, it's you. You are holding yourself back. I am my biggest competition, just like you are. And if you don't know what those weaknesses are, you're never going to be successful and you're never going to climb to the top.
Wow, and that kind of gets us to the next tip here, which is get out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
And that is, I think, maybe the hardest part. You can identify yourself and maybe you know your weaknesses, but then to really push yourself out.
Oh, none of us like to do that, right? I mean, come on, things are scary. No way am I going to continue to keep doing it. But honestly, I never really enjoyed networking, and it was something that I was really kind of terrified of when you walk into a room and there's 200 people there. But I saw the value in it. I knew what it was going to bring to the table and how it was going to help my business. So I just kept forcing myself to go and to go all the time, and then it becomes super easy, and I absolutely love doing it. So even though it sounds scary, continue to push yourself out of your comfort zone and everything gets easier.
Thank you so much. We're out of time,
you're
but
welcome.
you have really fantastic tips for us here. For more information on anything that we've talked about here, you can check out our show page at KARE11.com. Just click on the News tab. We'll send it over to Diana now.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.